incredible amounts of pleasure to show you the newest member of the Piker family. You can't even see anything yet. Hold on. Bam! There it is. She's whimpering a little bit right now because I put her in this crate for the first time. Like, not crate. She's never been here before. She's never been in this part of the house before. But there she is. Now, of course, I'm not going to just... I'm going to give you a closer look in one moment, and tell you all the adventures I had to go through to get her. But there she is. My currently unnamed pupper, who we will be naming today on stream. That's right. She's a big gal. She's a really big girl. She's only 7.5 weeks old, or we're unclear on whether or not if she's 7 weeks or 8 weeks old. That part was not communicated to me all that well. But she's massive already. So you're probably wondering how I got here. That's the real question, right? Everyone's probably thinking, how the fuck did this happen? So here's what happened. Okay, let's get into it. Let's explain the situation at hand. How do we get here, right? This is a question that people have. Well, I'll tell you. So I went to the adoption agencies. I went to all of the 501c3s, and there were a lot of puppers that were great there. Okay. But the way that I got Fish, who was also a rescue, was completely coincidental and completely random. Right? Fish is my first dog, for those of you who don't know, who was with me for 6 wonderful years. And, you know, he was just like left at an Orange County tire shop. So I'm a big fan of Kismet, you know, fate. And vibes as well. Big fan of vibes with dogs, but also with Kismet as well. So what did I do? I went on Craigslist and I looked for big breeds, and I found a Mastiff breed. This was the Mastiff breed. She comes from a family. We don't know what her mom is. The family wanted to have her, but realized that she is going to be too big for their daughter. And the dude who had her originally was like, yeah, she eats way too much already. And also on top of that, like, we already have some big dogs, and I'm having a child. Now, why is the I'm having a child important as far as this component goes? Well, the reason why it's important is because originally I was supposed to go today to get her. Ray and I were going to go travel over there, you know, IRL it a little bit too, and then come back into the puppy stream here. But that didn't happen. Why? Well, because my man's wife went into labor. Like, his actual wife. Yeah. And he was like in panic mode. He's like, dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you want this dog, he's like, brother, if you want this dog, you gotta come get her. Literally tomorrow. So I had to travel over to an area in California to go grab this little thing and then bring her home. And then afterwards, there was no shot I was going to be able to stream. Let's be real. Where are you going? Where are you going? Uh-oh. She's getting active. She loves She's very curious. Okay. She's very, very curious. Anyway, hold on. I'm gonna put her down. 1 second. I'm gonna put her behind me for now, so she has space to travel. Anyway, here. So yeah, I picked her up. I brought her home, and I've been a puppy dad already, as you guys know. You know, I took care of Fish. I raised that thing when he was like literally a tiny, basically barely above a fetus, right? You may notice that she's laying on the bars. Just like on the blast off photo, on the puppy reveal blast off photo, she's laying on these metal bars. The reason for that is because she likes the cold weather. So that is the reason why she's doing that. She loves metal bars so far. She loves you know, playing with chew toys and crying at night nonstop when I try to crate train her. That's it for the puppy reveal side of things. Anyway, so brought her home. Obviously it was a lot of work. It's a lot of work to have a puppy. So I went straight into it, and I haven't really stopped. I haven't done anything. I was supposed to go to Jack's birthday. Didn't do that. Didn't go to the wedding. And also on top of that, I was supposed to work out this morning and play basketball with my trainers. Couldn't do that either. Unfortunately, because, you know, I'm a dad now. I'm a new dad. So for those of you who are wondering, like, what's her breed? We don't know. We don't know what her full breed is, okay? But I did get one of these things. I don't know. It's just like the first thing that came up on Amazon. It's a dog DNA test. So it's a puppy and me. Puppy 3 and me. Puppy 23 and me. Okay. Let me explain to you something. As I was stating, so she's not vaccinated yet, so I have to get her vaccinated. First round of vaccines like this upcoming week. And then I think by the end of like the 16-week process, she'll get fully vaccinated so she can be around other dogs as well. Obviously, I need to keep her indoors for the most part. I use the same company. They just told me my dog was an American Village dog adopted from Mexico. No breakdown of the breeds. Wait, really? Okay, well, anyway. And you might have noticed that she doesn't have a name yet. I do have some ideas for names, and I want to ask you guys. I have names that I like, and we will find, and I will, you know, heavily skew in favor of, and I will ask you guys if you think that, you know, if you think that that's good or not. But as I was stating, I can't even finish the goddamn story here. So I played with her all day. I played with her all night. She basically she gets the zoomies for a little bit, runs around, plays with some toys, okay? And then she will literally sleep for like 40 minutes, only to briefly wake up in between, take a pee directly next to the pee pad, while looking straight at me, dead ass, in the eyes, and then falling immediately into the pee pad. Falling immediately into the pee pad, or not into the pee pad, sorry, into the piss puddle. Okay, and then running up to me to play with me again while she's covered in piss. So that's basically her personality so far. She's awesome. She loves exploring. And she loves pissing not on the pee pad, but next to it for some weird reason. As far as poops goes, as far as poopies, she's pooped 3 times so far in this house. And, 4 times so far in this house. She poops a lot because she eats a lot. She's a big girl. And, I have an outside pad on my balcony. It's like a natter. It's It's like more natural. It's like a biodegradable, disposable outside pad that I have for her, which she pooped on already. And also she has pooped twice. She's also pooped twice on regular pee pads as well. However, last night when I tried to start crate training her, she immediately took a shit in the crate. She got into the crate and immediately took a shit in the crate and started fucking screeching. So I had to put her in the sink and like wash her little fucking paws because she was covered in poop. Here's what I found out about this breed. Okay? Here's what I found out about this breed thus far. That they are, one, very agile. They can get very fast. They get very big. The female of the breed, we're gonna look at some videos in a second, but the female Mastiff gets to I think like 70 to 120 pounds, whereas the male gets to 90 to 150 pounds. Here's the average sizes. Minimum 26 inches from the ground up to the top. Minimum 24 inches for the female. Weight goes from 90 to 150 pounds male, 70 to 120 pounds for female, and the life expectancy is 10 to 12 years. So like as far as big breeds goes, this is a breed that lives for a lot longer than normal big breed dogs do. Let's watch this video and then we'll get a little bit more information on this breed, and then I'll you know, once I give you guys all the info, I will give you, you know, we'll name her.
The Tibetan Mastiff is a member of the working group. They measure 24 inches and larger, weighing 70 to 150 pounds. An ancient breed developed in the Himalayan mountains as a protector and flock guardian, the Tibetan Mastiff may well be the source from which most modern working breeds descend. Skeletal remains discovered in China place the dog's ancestors in the Stone and Bronze Ages. There are many accounts of Tibetan Mastiffs accompanying the armies of the Greeks, Romans, Assyrians, and Persians. The first dogs to be sent to England arrived in 1847 as gifts to Queen Victoria, and it was there that the breed's current name came to be used. The first known Tibetan Mastiffs to enter the United States did so in the late 1950s as gifts to President Dwight D. Eisenhower. Tibetan Mastiffs are very independent, strong-willed, reserved towards strangers, territorial, and extremely protective of their pack, and may not allow visitors into your home.
Yeah, so that's something that I've heard, which is why I need to like socialize her aggressively from the jump, which isn't really a problem with humans thus far. Everybody says that like she sheds a lot, which makes sense. But I think they have like a double coat. So because of that, they shed twice during the year. And then they don't really shed as much.
They are generally calm house dogs, though they may bark at night. This is a large, strong breed, and obedience training is essential. These dogs have minds of their own and are quite sensitive. Puppies need extensive socialization, attention, and structured daily routine. Tibetan Mastiffs generally do well with cats and small dogs, especially other Tibetan breeds. That thick and woolly coat doesn't take much maintenance for most of the year. A weekly brushing will do the job, but be ready for a massive shedding in late spring or summer, when a daily session with an undercoat rake or a de-shedding tool can help keep shedding under control. For more on the Tibetan Mastiff and all of your favorite breeds.
Anyway, my neighbors have two of them. They sound like they want to shred me to pieces when I walk by their yard, but they actually have the sweetest doggy girls in the world. Like you said, they go to doggo training with them every week since they were puppies. Yeah. I am going to obviously start obedience training and puppy training ASAP. And I already have a trainer for her lined up for when she is like a young adult too. And obviously I have already started training her regardless, you know, immediately positive reinforcement and treat training. And you know, doing that over and over again. I've been doing that pretty aggressively. Breed standard for the AKC. Oh, here are some of the traits. Family life, affectionate with family, very lovey-dovey, 4 out of 5. 3 out of 5 for good with young children. Good with other dogs, 3 out of 5. I have to socialize her with other dogs ASAP too. Hair everywhere to no shedding, it's a 4 out of 5. Coat grooming frequency is 3 out of 5. Drooling, 3 out of 5. Coat type is double coat. Coat length is medium. Openness to strangers, they are reserved. They are 3 out of 5 playful. They are incredibly vigilant. They're like very protective. The breed's tendency to alert strangers are around. So, you know, that's another reason why I have to like be very careful with how I train her. Adaptability, lives for routine versus you know, how easily a breed handles change. This change includes living conditions, noise, weather, daily schedule, other variations in day-to-day life. Folks, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time. We are now officially embarking upon a journey. I've decided that I will get help from chat on perhaps one of the most important decisions of my life, naming this puppy. Here are the names that I like, in no particular order. Fındık means hazelnut in Turkish. Aslan means lion in Turkish. Bear, pretty self-explanatory, that one. Kuma, which I think is Kuma bear in Japanese. And last but not least, Big Bertha. These are the names that I like. First and foremost, before we put these up for polling, Kaya is what I said I wanted to name my child one day. Kaya, which means rock in Turkish. All right, well, we'll see. I have veto power, but I guess we'll eliminate we'll eliminate Big Bertha from this, and we'll do it like this. We'll put these together. Let's do it. Let's put these names in a fucking poll. I'll start it right now, and we'll see what Twitch chat has to say. Puppy name poll is up. Vote on it. You have number 1, Fındık, which is hazelnut. Number 2, Aslan, which is lion in Turkish. Number 3, bear. And number 4, Kuma. And number 5, Kaya, which means rock. And it seems like everybody loves Kaya, which is ironic because that's what I wanted to name my, you know, child in the future. So I don't know why the fuck everyone is jumping off of that. You're taking away my you're using, like, I've said this before, like I want to name my child Kaya. $8,000 votes at 50%. Kaya is number 1. At 22%, we have Kuma, which means bear in Japanese, at number 2 with 3,753 votes. Number 3 is number 3 is Aslan with 1,794 votes. And bear at 10% is number 4. And Fındık has been eliminated at this point, basically. The name, Kaya, with over 10,000 votes. With over 10,000 votes is the clear winner. At 10,146 votes, the name Kaya, the Turkish name for boulder, has it. In second place, we have at 22% with 4,347 votes, Kuma, which is bear for Japanese, bear in Japanese. And at third place is Aslan, or lion in Turkish, at 10% of the vote with 1,955. In fourth place, we have bear which is bear in English, with 9% of the vote, with 1,744 votes. And at last but not least, well, I guess least for you guys, was fındık, which is hazelnut in Turkish, with 1,167 votes. Ladies and gentlemen, with 52% of the votes, this is a democracy after all. Kaya has it. Although I originally said in a TikTok that I believe went viral that I would name my firstborn Kaya, it seems to me like this little fur baby is going to steal that name.